It's the guts and it's the glory. 100 stripes, 100 stories. It's the Pledge of Allegiance on the 4th of July. It's them handwritten letters from home. It's them sleepless nights alone. It's his newborn baby he left with his wife. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Hey. From the fields of Indiana to the swamps of Louisiana, to the golden coast of California, Uncle Sam's the only family he's got. His purple heartbeat won't stop, and his 18th birthday was the day he was born. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, lay down, here's a line. Mr. Red, White, and Blue, for these stars and stripes. Marching line, hey, hey.
We used to chase that Chattanooga freight, couple of kids in a Chevrolet, catch a little air when we cross the tracks, sipping on something from a paper stack. You hang your shirt on that maple limb, slipping through the moon to the river bend. Wasn't very long, I was jumping in. I guess I'm still doing now what I was doing then, chasing you like a shot of whiskey. Burning, going down, chasing you like those goodbye taillights, headed west to anywhere out of this nowhere town. Chasing that freedom, chasing that feeling that got gone too soon. Chasing that you and me, I only see in my review. Till I'm laying here tonight, holding someone new. Still chasing you, still chasing you. You always used to talk about LA. I heard you got as far as Santa Fe. Well, you know I tried to track you down. I only got as far as Guitar Town, singing about a girl I used to know. You should know that I haven't given up. I'm just on your radio, chasing you a shot of whiskey, burning, going down, burning, going down, chasing you like those goodbye taillights, headed west to anywhere out of this nowhere town, chasing that freedom, chasing that feeling that got gone too soon, chasing that you and me I only see in my review. Hell, I'm laying here tonight holding someone new, still chasing you, still chasing you. Chasing you like a shot of whiskey, burning, going down, burning, going down, chasing you like those goodbye taillights, headed west to anywhere out of this nowhere town, chasing that freedom, chasing that feeling that got gone too soon, chasing that you and me I only see in my review. Hell, I'm laying here tonight holding someone new, still chasing you, still chasing you, still chasing you, still chasing you.
iRacing is a sim racing game that combines a true-to-life racing experience with an online community of virtual racing enthusiasts all around the globe. iRacing offers a multitude of officially licensed cars and tracks, laser scanned with millimeter accuracy. The car models and mechanical systems are based on real-world physics, engineered in cooperation with manufacturers and racing teams. Our skill license system ranges from rookie to pro, ensuring members are always pitted against those with similar skill sets. Members are able to sign up for a weekly racing series, compete in time trials, host a private race with friends, and participate in racing leagues created and run by the community. With over 200,000 members, iRacing works in partnership with renowned motorsports organizations like NASCAR to deliver virtual races based on the real-life NASCAR Cup Series, as well as many other series on the NASCAR ladder. iRacing also features team racing, providing a variety of options for members to create and manage their own teams, race with friends or real-world teammates in full-length endurance events like the 24 Hours of Daytona, Spa 24, or the Bathurst 12-Hour. Participate in solo races, championship seasons, and hosted and league events with AI Racing. With a rapidly expanding catalog of 70-plus cars and 85-plus tracks from real-world racing series, test your abilities with challenging computer-based competition. Additional partners include IMSA, the World of Outlaws, and Supercars, allowing members to participate in their very own Bathurst 1000, Chili Bowl, Sebring 12-Hour, and many more iconic events. This is iRacing, delivering the most authentic racing experience short of getting into a real race car. Sign up today at iRacing.com.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Ultimate Dirt TV for night number 1 of the 6th annual running of the Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals. Tonight, prelim night number 1. Yes, we are back here in the sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway. We get set for single car qualifying here in just a few moments' time. But good evening, race fans. Brett Wheeler with you for the call as we get set for the first of 3 groups of qualifying. Again, once we get that first car onto the racing surface, we will of course bring you live pictures. But as we can see, a field, 3 groups of qualifying. And again, how it will all work is, well, it'll be single car qualifying. Well, I can tell you right now, one of the first cars to make their way onto the racing surface. And, well, here he goes. He's got some issues already, but here he is, first car making his way onto the racetrack here at the Knoxville Raceway. Driving the SRC, a GoPro, car number 94, Gary Offit. Gary Offit in car number 94. Again, 3 qualifying groups. So group number 2 will go out first, group 3 will go out second, and then group 1 will be the final group to lay down a qualifying time. 200 points going to the fastest qualifier, Gary Offit, with a 15.853 there on lap number 1. Of course, lap number 2 we know is obviously going to be considerably slower. So Gary Offit, first lap first, and the best lap time is a 15.853. 15.853. Out onto the racetrack next. Driving the race reel. Dynamic Systems, car number 15C. That is Carter Chevalier. Carter Chevalier in car number 15C. Lap number 1 for Carter Chevalier is going to be second quick. In fact, no time. There was contact with the guardrail on either the back or the front stretch, so there'll be no time taken for Chevalier from lap number 1. So lap number 2 is going to count, and it's going to be quick time with a 15.792, a 1.5792 for Carter Chevalier. He picked up a 360 Knoxville prelim win just last week, last Tuesday or Wednesday. I'm not sure what night it was, can't remember. I think it was actually Tuesday night it was. But he drives the Broncos Billies Whitecombs car number 38. This is Brett Strickler. Brett Strickler, lap number 1. Quick time with a 15.762. A 1.5762 for Brett Strickler. Looking like lap number 2 is going to be a little slower there. And no, it's not. It's going to be quicker with a 15.605. 15.605. Brett Strickler stays position number 1. Out rolls the A&J Custom Creations Inferno Motorsports M9 setup entry. This is Rick Main. Rick Main in car number 187. Third quick right now for Rick Main with a 15.821. A 1.5821 for Rick Main. Second lap time for Rick Main is 15.821. So first lap going to be quicker, and out rolls the elbows up. Sim Sports, Flow Racing, Paints by Tunican, Wicked Brands, Jessup Logistics. This is the 5 car of Braden Isla. Braden Isla in car number 5. Quick time for Braden Isla with a 15.602. A 1.5602 for Braden Isla. Second lap time for Braden Isla. Going to be a little slower there with a 15.629. So first lap time is quickest with a 15.602. That'll put Brett Strickler back to position number 2. Again with the inversion tonight. The inversion of 8, so 24 car inversion. 24 starter will start on pole of the first heat. Donald Schmorfeld on the racetrack in the Fox Lakes Harbour. Ford Performance, car number 7. Fourth quick for Donald Schmorfeld with a 15.813. A 1.5813. Second lap time for Schmorfeld. Will it be quicker? No. 15.8.22. A 1.5.8.22. And onto the racetrack. Grabbing the K Designs. Car number 51. This is Bradley Wilson. Bradley Wilson in car number 51 here at the Knoxville Raceway. Night number 1, prelim night number 1, mind you, of the 6th annual Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals. 15.7.26 for Bradley Wilson. Third quick, 1.5.7.26. Second lap is better on time, not on position with a 15.6.84. Wilson with a 15.684 when out rolls ER Racing Sage Fruit Tim Sims car number 9 machine. This is Cody Terry. Cody Terry in car number 9. Morning, Nick. Top of the morning to you, sunshine. Cody Terry. He's going to go 7th quick with a 15.822. A 1.5.822 for Cody Terry. Second lap time is going to be quicker on both time and speed charts. Fourth quick with a 15.775. A 1.5775. And out comes the man that finished runner-up in the 360 Knoxville Nationals last week. Driving the Black Diamond Motorsports, totally tinted Tim Sims, round wraps and tints, Velocity Race Designs, Ultimate Dirt TV. This is car number 23, Alex Sosinski. Alex Sosinski, lap number 1, will go position number 5 with a 15.787, a 1.57874 for Sosinski. Lap number 2 for Alex Sosinski, boy, it's going to put him inside the top 3. He goes third quick with a 15.638, a 15.638 for Alex Sosinski. And out rolls the car number, oh, it's a 51, yeah, I thought it was a 51 entry. This is the Inferno Motorsports A&J Custom Creations entry for Stubbs Auto Salvage. This is Robert Boggs. Robert Boggs goes 10th quick with a 10.942. A 1.5942. Second lap time for Boggs to come through right now. And it's going to be a 15.898. A 1.5898. And out comes little 360 Knoxville Nationals winner. Driving the 13A, the Beeline Racing entry. This is Aiden Beeline. Aiden Beeline in car number 13A. Lap 1 for Beeline. Top 3. It's a 15.630. Third quick. A 15.630 for Aiden Beeline. Cut back line off turn number 4. And where does that put him? Boy, it's going to be close. Aiden Beeline, quick time, 15.599. A 15.599. 3/1000ths of a second quicker. And out rolls the Black Diamond Motorsports, Tim Sims Velocity Race Designs. Totally tinted Ultimate Dirt TV, car number 91. This is Ernie Williams Jr. Ernie Williams Jr. in car number 91. First lap time, 15.754. 6 quick with a 15.754 for Ernie Williams Jr. Second lap time, it's going to be close. It'll be inside the top 5. He'll go 4th quick with a 15.631. A 15.631. And the last car to qualify for group number 1. On the racetrack, driving car number 45, this is Bradley Cox. Bradley Cox in car number 45. First lap time coming through for Bradley Cox. 11th quick with a 15.828. A 1.5828 for Bradley Cox. So we get ready for what is the second group of qualifying. Bradley Cox a little slower there on the second lap. So lap 1 with a 15.828 will stand as Gregory LeMay will make his way onto the racing surface here at the Knoxville Raceway. The 6th annual running of the Dirty Old Bastards. Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals Prelim night number 1. Back for 4 nights of racing here at the sprint car capital of the world. First lap time for LeMay is going to be a 1.5646, a 15.646. That is position number 6 for Gregory LeMay. LeMay for his second lap is going to be a little quicker. He goes 5th quick with a 15.634, a 15.634. And out rolls the Victory Fuel NLR car number 1 machine. Kenny Hoffman onto the racetrack. Kenny Hoffman in car number 1. Hoffman inside the top 10, goes 8th quick with a 15.752, a 1.5752 for Kenny Hoffman. Second lap time about to come through for Kenny Hoffman, a little better there from 8th to position number 7 with a 15.667, a 1.5667 for Kenny Hoffman. And out comes your race reel. Dynamic Systems and Innovations. This is the 35 car of Miles Jansen. Miles Jansen in car number 35. First time coming through is going to be 16th quick for Miles Jansen with a 15.937, a 15.937. Second time coming through for Miles Jansen. It'll be quicker on time, quicker on the standings. He goes 11th quick with a 15.811. A 15.811 for Miles Jansen. Out rolls the Velocity Race Designs Phantom Motorsports car number 2. This is Matthew Croquet. Matthew Croquet in car number 2. First lap time for Croquet is going to be 14th quick with a 15.826, a 1.5826. Croquet, second lap, going to be a little better, 15.817, jumps to position number 13. And out rolls the man that has been on the podium throughout the course of the 360 Nationals, throughout the course of the Ironman 55. He drives the Black Diamond Motorsports 19 Designs, Tim Sims, Totally Tinted Ultimate Dirt TV. This is car number 90 of Trevor Royer. Trevor Royer in car number 97th quick on lap number 1 with a 15.638, a 1.5638 on lap number 1 for Trevor Royer. Second lap time coming through right now for Trevor Royer. A little slower there on the second lap. So he will stay 7th quick with a 15.638. Now rolls the red line. LGR car number 43. This is Terrell Wheeler. Terrell Wheeler in car number 43. The 6th last car in this group. Number 2 of qualifying, 18th quick with a 15.874, a 1.5874 for Terrell Wheeler. Second lap going to be a little slower for Terrell Wheeler, so he'll stay 18th quick. And out rolls the Red Line Design Company, LGR Motorsports, car number 21. This is Blaine Brink. Blaine Brink in car number 21. Lap number 1 is going to be very close to the top 10. In fact, it will be 10th quick with a 15.724, a 15.724 for Blaine Brink. Second lap time is just a smidge quicker with a 15.713. A 1.5713 stays in position number 10. We get to the number 81. Driving car number 81 for MS. This is Ryan Field. Ryan Field in car 81. Oh, the 5:26 on the side of that one. First lap time, 21st quick with a 15.912. A 15.912 for Field. Second time, a whole lot better position. Number 9 with a 15.678. A 15.678 for Ryan Field in the 5:26. A nice time there for Ryan to jump inside the top 10. And out rolls the Backstretch Productions car number 3T. This is Tyler Luce. Tyler Luce in the 3T. 14th quick with a 15.799. A 15.799. Second lap time rolling through for Tyler Luce. Just a little bit quicker there on the time. And we'll move up to position number 13 with a 15.784. A 15.784 as your second last qualifier in group number 2. Driving the Inferno Motorsports AWH, driving car number 57. This is Austin Miller. Austin Miller in car number 57. Will be 23rd quick with a 15.982. A 15.982 for Austin Miller. Second lap time, going to be a little slower. Stays 23rd quick and out onto the racetrack. Driving that SSR Elite car number 00Z machine. This is Justin Sherman. Justin Sherman in the 00 car. Sherman first lap time will be a 15.814. A 15.814. And the last car for group number 2 qualifying as the third and final group is onto the racetrack right now, but second lap time is going to be slow, so 15.814 for Justin Sherman as he will stay position number 17. And now rolls the Countryside Stove and Chimney. This is the 01 car, the first of the final group of qualifying. Driving the 01 machine, this is Kyle Stoltz. Kyle Stoltz in car number 01. First time to come through for Kyle Stoltz inside the top 15th. It'll be 12th quick with a 15.765. A 15.765 for Kyle Stoltz. Second lap time is going to be a little slower there for Kyle Stoltz, so he'll stay position number 2. And out rolls the number 31 machine. Excuse me, driving the High Performance Lubricants Battery Boys. This is the 31 of Andrew May. Andrew May in car 31. Lap 1 should not count. Contact with the guardrail on the back straight away. So that was a 15.854, which would have put him 23rd quick. And again now Robert Pollux, he's on the inversion bubble. Remember that 24, the top 24 is going to be the inversion. He's the 26 car to take a time, and he will go to position number 15 with a 15.790. A 15.790. And that rolls this SRC 55B. This is Brian Moore Sr. Brian Moore Sr. in the number 55B machine. Lap number 1 for Brian Moore Sr. 27th quick with a 16.033. A 16.033. We are still a little over 4/10 of a second separating the top 27 drivers in qualifying. And it'll be a little bit shorter now with a little bit quicker lap time with a 16.018. A 16.018 for Brian Moore Sr. And out rolls the Full Throttle Motorsports King Race Designs car number 79. This is Dean Reynolds. Dean Reynolds in car number 79, piloting the King Race Designs Full Throttle Motorsports entry. First lap time for Dean Reynolds outside the inversion. 26 quick with a 15.903. A 15.903 for lap number 1 for Dean Reynolds. Second lap time, boy, roughly around the same time. It's a 15.922, a 15.922, 22nd quick still for Dean Reynolds. And out rolls the racing.com paid. He drives car number 310. The man behind the Tim Sims Dirt Track Simulators. You'll see him all across the country with the simulators. This is Tim Nichols. Tim Nichols in car number 310. First lap time coming through for Nichols will be inside the inversion. 23rd quick with a 15.850. A 15.850 for Tim Nichols. Second time, very similar with a 15. It's going to be a little quicker, I think. Yes, it is a 15.846 for Tim Nichols. And out rolls the man driving car number 80. It's got Ironman on the top and the side of this car. When it comes to the big race, you can expect him towards the top 10. In caliber 80, it's Vinny Sansone. It's going to be 12th quick with a 15.751. A 15.751 for Vinny Sansone. Second lap time for Vinny Sansone will be slower. He will stay position number 12. He will stay position number 12. Driving the Weggy Law Firm, Rockin' K, car number 73. We are halfway through the final group of qualifying for night number 1 of the 6th annual Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals. This is the 73 of Larry Moody. Larry Moody in car 73, 30th quick with a 15.986. A 15.986 for Larry Moody. Second lap time for Moody, going to be a little slower, so he will stay 30th and on the outside of that inversion. So Tim Nichols, he is right on the bubble. If he wants to start on pole, he needs for the next 7 or 8 cars to time outside the top 24. And you look at the names, I know there's at least 2 or 3 of those drivers that are probably going to be very close to the top 10. But now out onto the racetrack, driving the aces up. Quantum Magnet Supply entry. This is Bruce Jones, and he goes 12th quick with a 15.745. Bradley Cox now on the inversion bubble. Jones with a 15.745. Second lap is going to be slower for Bruce Jones, so lap number 1 will stand. And out rolls the Dirty Old Bastards Design Metal Art car number 20. This is J-Lo of Jonathan Lowe. Jonathan Lowe in car number 20. So including Jonathan on the racetrack right now, he is the 6th final car to come out and lay down the qualifying lap. Lap number 1, 30th quick for Jonathan Lowe with a 15.967. A 15.967 for Jonathan Lowe. Second lap is going to be slower, so he will stay position number 30. And on the racetrack right now, driving the elbows up, Sim Sports, Jessup Logistics, More Than Tires, Paints by Tunicland, Flow Racing. This is car number 1 of Tyler Shell. Tyler Shell in car number 1. First lap time for Tyler Shell, 12th quick with a 15.720, a 15.720. You get a real good indication on how good the track is at the moment. Second lap time for Tyler Shell. It should be inside the top 10. It is with a 15.647, a 15.647 for Tyler Shell. And that rolls car number 22. This is Jason Nygaard. Jason Nygaard in car number 22. First lap time for Nygaard gonna be 12th quick with a 15.710. A 15.710 for Jason Nygaard. Will he improve on the time on lap number 2? No, it'll be slower. And out rolls the turn 2 terribles. Jeremy Zarfos Photography. This is the 72 of DJS David Smeal Jr. Oh, DSJ, doesn't really matter how you want to say it, but David Smil Jr. on the clock. Third last car in qualifying, could even be the second last car. It is going to be 19th quick inside the inversion with a 15.788. A 15.788 for David Smil Jr. Oh, contact with the front stretch wall. No time there on the second lap, although we can see there that it was going to be a little slower. And what could be the penultimate car or even the last car for qualifying here on night number 1 of the 6th annual Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals. This is the 27, the Aces Up Sim Sports, car number 27 of Chad Griggs. Chad Griggs in car number 27, first lap time inside the inversion, 14th quick with a 15.741. A 15.741 for Chad Griggs. Second lap time for Griggs is going to be a little quicker. It's going to be 15.718, still 14th quick. And the final car in qualifying, driving the Redline Designs Company, LGR Motorsports. This is car number 10 of Coulter West. Coulter West in car number 10. He may only get one lap, I believe. We'll see if he gets the one or if he gets that second lap. And Coulter West just the one lap outside the inversion, 30th quick with a 15.847, a 15.847. And I can tell you, ladies and gentlemen, qualifying is about to be wrapped up. It is going to be Aiden Beerline who will go quick time over Braden Isler, Brett Strickler, Ernie Williams Jr. and Gregory LeMay will make up your top 5. Alex Zazinski, Trevor Royer, Tyler Shell, Kenny Hoffman and Ryan Phil will make up your top 10 drivers as we get set now for heat race number 1. And again, with the inversion, there should be a 13-car field for heat race number 1. Aiden Beerline will come from that 4th row. And yes, we have 3 heat races on the program. Heat race number 1 going to line up like this. It'll be the 15 car of Carter Chevalier from pole position to the outside. The 3T of Tyler Luce from position number 2. Rolling off from the second row inside will be the 80 car of Vinny Sansone to the outside. The 21, the Blaine Brink from position number 4. Starting at a position number 5, driving car number 526, that is Ryan Phil. And to the outside from position number 6, driving the Black Diamond Motorsports, Tim Sims, car number 90 machine, it is Trevor Royer. Then we go back to your 4th row inside and outside. These 2 drivers qualified in the top 5 from position number 7. Driving the Black Diamond Motorsports, Tim Sims, car number 91 machine, that is Ernie Williams Jr. And to his outside, the man that goes quick time tonight, a maximum of 200 points. Driving the Beerline Racing, 13A from position number 8, that is Aiden Beerline. Then we go to the 5th row on the inside, driving car number 00Z, that is Justin Sherman from 9, from 10 to be the 45 of Bradley Cox. From position number 11 to the 94 of Gary Offit. From 12, the King Race Designs Full Throttle Motorsports, 79 of Dean Reynolds. And your 7th and final row, driving car number 73 from position number 13, that is Larry Moody. So we get set for heat race number 1 here at the Knoxville Raceway. The lights are out on the pace truck, 1 to green. Heat race number 1. Heat number 1 of the 6th annual Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals Prelim night number 1. Sprint car capital of the world, the Knoxville Raceway. Ladies and gentlemen, 10 laps on the board. Green flag is out, and we're underway. Tyler Luce got an absolute shocker of a start on the outside of the front row. Royer trying to carve his way through the middle right now. Oh, Luce, oh, no, problems for West, problems for the 90 of Trevor Royer. Reynolds got some problems as well, and somehow out of all that, we stayed green to complete lap number 1. Beerline's made his way up inside the top 5. Oh boy, problems for Ernie Williams Jr. and Ryan Phil, that is. And there it is. Yellow is out onto the racetrack. Boy, It gets a little chaotic here in heat race number 1 with drivers trying to move forward. So the heat race points not as much as what qualifying is. 100 points to your heat winner. And then you go back 3 points per position, whereas qualifying, it was 200 points for the quickest qualifier. And the points per positions is just 2 points. So a maximum of 500 points on offer for Aiden Beerline here tonight, considering that he wants the driver to go quick time. And right now, he currently sits in that 3rd position. But how about the guys that started from the 3rd and 4th, the 3rd and 4th row, 6th and 7th position. Trevor Royer, Ernie Williams Jr., both of those drivers. Well, they've got a lot of work to do. They're not going to get the whole lot of points. They need to come through the last chance qualifier here tonight. Well, last chance qualifiers. We might have a C main and a B main. And then they'll have to make themselves and put themselves in a good finishing position inside the top 10, you would think, to lock themselves into the main event come Thursday night. Again, night number 1 here tonight, night number 2 tomorrow night. I will not be on the call. We will have somebody else on the call for that once we'll get that information out. So keep an eye on the Dirty Old Bastards social media channels for that one. But then, of course, come back Wednesday night for Hard Knocks night. I'll be back for that one. And then Thursday night, I will be back guaranteed, along with KR Stomfus and the Turn 3 Racing Network. Of course, KR covered the Capitani Classic last night, so huge shout out to KR for covering the nights that I was unable to do. And boy, I tell you what, after working with him just a little over a week ago, really looking forward to working with him once again on Championship night come Thursday evening. Lights are out. Safety car is in. Carter Chevalier will get us back underway. Boy, Beerline trying to get the jump there on the outside. Now he'll go to the outside, switch it back down to the low side. Off turn number 2, he'll drag race Vinny Sansone down the back straightaway. Here comes Beerline. He needs to make this work, but he needs to do it properly because you don't want to force the issue. Right now, Beerline, he's going to lead lap number 3. He'll slide up in front of Carter Chevalier, and Chevalier now tries to turn it back underneath when they race down the back straightaway. Beerline's got it down into turn number 3. Chevalier sticks the bottom of the racetrack down through turn number 3 and 4. Vinny Sansone got Justin Sherman as Sansone shut the door down into turn number 3. Sherman was right there with him. Continue to work around the Knoxville Raceway. Aiden Beerline, your race leader. Chevalier in 2nd spot. Sansone 3rd. 4th is Justin Sherman. Bradley Cox coming through the field. He's up to position number 5 in that 45 machine. And now trying to come after the 00 machine of Justin Sherman as Vinny Sansone closing in on the 15th seat car of Carter Chevalier. He'll go down to the inside, slides up, but Chevalier around to the outside, and now here comes Justin Sherman. Oh, Sherman gets tagged by the back of the 45, the front of the 45 car. Oh, Bradley Cox, but now he's off the racetrack. He's on the infield berm on the back straightaway. Justin Sherman will now go back to the pit area. Ernie Williams Jr. back on the racetrack under the yellow. He was able to get some damage repaired and stay on the lead lap. 2 laps left to run right now for your race leader. There is Ryan Field going a lap down, just trying to stay on the racetrack, get as many positions as you can. There is Gary Offit. Work on the back straightaway. Closing in on the 45 car of Bradley Cox, but it is going to be one figures out. 1 lap left to run here for Aiden Beerline in the 13A machine. So he works past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum down into turn number 3. He'll stick it down to the bottom side into turns 3. Up for turn number 4. Tries to get a run there on Ernie Williams Jr. He will complete the pass. And it will be Aiden Beerline getting the win from Carter Chevalier. We'll take a look at heat race number 1 results coming up on your screen. Aiden Beerline goes from 8th to 1st and maximises another 100 points to put himself at 300 points in tonight's main event. 2nd will go to Carter Chevalier. 3rd will be Vinny Sansone. Bradley Cox 4th. Gary Offit, your top 5. Larry Moody, Dean Reynolds, Blaine Brink, Tyler Luce. Ernie Williams Jr. will be the top 10. Then over the page, we'll go to Ryan Field, Justin Sherman, and Trevor Royer. Let's take a look at your starting grid for heat race number 2. 10 laps on the board once again, and it'll be top 4 to the main event. And starting on pole, it's going to be the 35 car of Miles Jansen. To the outside of the front row, it is the 72 car of David Smeal Jr. Starting inside the second row from position number 3, driving the 01 machine, that is Kyle Stoltz. To his outside, driving the 27 from 4, Chad Griggs. Starting from position number 5, driving the 51, that'll be Bradley Wilson. From 6 will be the 1 car of Tyler Shell. From 7 will be the 99 of Gregory LeMay. From 8 will be second quickest qualifier of the night, Braden Isla in car number 5. From position number 9, driving car number 2, that is Matthew Crow-Key. To the outside, driving the 310, this is Tim Nichols. From 10. From 11, driving the 43, it is Terrell Wheeler. From 12 with the 20 car of Jonathan Lowe. And the 13th and final starter in car number 55B, that is Brian Moore Sr. We'll start at tail end at Charlie of the field. So again, 10 laps is the distance, top 4 to the main event. Who will get the job done here in the second heat race of the night? So second heat of the night. Ready to go, Miles Jansen, David Smeal Jr. on the front row. They work their way down into turn number 3. The 35 of Jansen alongside the 72 of David Smeal. Heat number 2, we're about to light them up here at the Knoxville Raceway, and we are green. Keep an eye on that 4th row, Isla, along with LeMay, but also keep an eye on the 1 car of Tyler Shell. Griggs, Stoltz through the middle, Griggs on the top shelf. Tyler Shell goes to the inside, catches the infield berm, and boy, the 1 machine got all sorts of crossed up there on the exit of turn number 4 as Braden Island's going to move to position number 5. Meanwhile, Smeal put the slider there on Miles Jansen into turn number 1 and 2. Here comes Braden Island down to the low side through 3 and 4. Does exactly what Tyler Shell done there on the previous lap on the top 4. Boy, you can really throw a blanket. 3 wide for the race lead down through 1 and 2. Griggs to the outside of the 72 car of David Smeal Jr. Smeal going to slide up. Griggs will come back through the middle. 3 wide off turn number 4 for the race lead once again. Here comes Braden Island down to the inside. Slide job for the lead. Jansen goes back to the inside on Braden Isla. Could we see the second driver go from 8th to 1st in heat racing competition in 2 heats at the line? It'll be Braden Isla who has got it. Jansen stuck down to the bottom in the middle part of the raceway, and we are yellow just as he was going to get freight trained by Griggs. Smeal along with Tyler Shell. The yellow comes out. And that will save the 35 car, but boy, these first 4 laps, the 2 heat races, they are phenomenal. What a way to open up night number 1 of the 6th annual Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals. So Braden Isla from the 4th row outside, repeating what we just seen Aiden Beerline do. And Isla looking to put himself at 100 points for heat racing competition. Of course, going second quick. If he can get the win here in this one, he will sit at 298 points, where Aiden Beerline will be currently sitting at 300. And all they've got to do is just put themselves at least inside the top 10 in the prelim main event here tonight. And they will, of course, lock themselves into the big championship night come Thursday evening. But lights should be going out on the pace truck next time. I believe race controller just having a little discussion as to who was at fault. But we can see Matthew Crow-Key and Kyle Stoltz, both those guys on the timing screen. As you can see, they are in the pit area, which means a at the moment, looking like they will be scored in the 12th and 13th position. So from the heat races, top 4 will go through to the main event. Everybody else will go through to a B and C main. A field of 38 or 39 drivers signed in to night number 1 of the Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals, presented by Dirty Old Bastard, the 6th running of this event. Lights are out. Braden Isla ready to stand on the gas once again. Off turn number 4, gets to the start zone. And he puts the foot down to the floor, and we are back underway. Boy, I tell you what, Tile Shell immediately diving out of the inside there on the 72. Miles Jansen into the guardrail wall. Here comes Smeal through the middle. Smeal and Jansen stuck together down into turn number 3. LeMay goes to the outside. Wheeler goes to the outside. And they keep it going. They're 3 wide down the front straightaway. Oh, Jansen just trying to drive into the back of the 72 car there of David Smeal Jr. So top 4 at the moment, Isla, Griggs, Shell and LeMay. Wheeler on the outside looking in. Wilson and Smeal, they will go side by side. This is your battle for 6th and 7th position. Wilson slides up in front of Smeal. Low watching this battle unfold in front of him as they work down the back straightaway. 2 to go for your race leader, Braden Isla. Smeal going to the middle of the racetrack. Wilson around the outside. Oh boy, here comes Jonathan Lowe into the back of David Smeal Jr. He's into the wall now. That is going to give a bit of breathing room, but meanwhile, Tyler Shell coming after the 27 car of Chad Griggs for the runner-up position. 1 figures out, 1 lap left to run. Griggs will protect the middle of the racetrack down into turn number 1. He'll slide it up to the cushion. Past the Brian Clausen Sweet Tower, final time here in heat race number 2. Down into turn 3, off for turn number 4. Braden Isla with the win. Second will go to Chad Griggs. Third at the line is going to be Tyler Shell, and getting the 4th and final transfer spot is going to be Gregory LeMay. Heat 2 results. Terrell Wheeler comes home in 5th. Wilson, followed by David Smeal Jr., Brian Moore Sr., Tim Nichols, Jonathan Lowe, your top 10. Then over the page, Miles Jansen, Kyle Stoltz, and Matthew Koke for heat race number 2. We wait for heat race number 3 cars to make their way on to pit road behind the racing.com safety car. We will take a look at your starting grid. Third and final heat race of the night to wrap up what is a 38 car field. Donald Schmorfeld in car number 7 driving the Fox Lakes entry. He will start on pole. To the outside, the High Performance Lubricants car number 31 of Andrew May from position number 2. Second row to the inside from position number 3, driving the Tim Sims car number 9 entry. This is Cody Terry to his outside. Driving the Quantum Magnet Supply, Aces Up Sim Sports car number 17 from position number 4. This is Bruce Jones. Starting out of position number 5, driving the Pit Logic ABR number 22 of Jason Nygaard will start 5th. And from position number 6, driving the Apex NLR Victory Fuel car number 1 of Kenny Hoffman. Starting position number 7, driving the Black Diamond Motorsports, Rounds, Wraps and Tints, Velocity Race Designs, Totally Tinted, Tim Sims, car number 23, Alex Szynski, and to his outside, third, quickest in qualifying here tonight, driving the Broncos Billy's Beef Jerky 38 car of Brett Strickler from 8. Then we go back to positions number 9 and 10. From 9 with the 187 car for Inferno Motorsports M9 entry. That is Rick Main. And from position number 10, driving the Redline Design Company LGR Motorsports car number 10 from 10. That is Coulter West. And your 6th and final row from position number 11, driving the 51 car for Stubbs Inferno Motorsports entry. That is Robert Boggs, and he's outside, driving the AWH entry of 57 car of Austin Miller from position number 12. Field is set to work down into turn number 3. Lights in the safety car are off. Safety car about to come infield, in fact, and Donald Schmorfeld will lead us to the final heat race of the evening here at the Knoxville Raceway. 10 laps on the board, top 4 to the prelim main event. We are green. Let's see if Brent Strickler can do what Aiden Beerline and Braden Isla were able to do. Meanwhile, look at Alex Szynski's made his way to position number 4. Strickler coming through. Szynski rolls the bottom side of the racetrack. Szynski, boy, I tell you what, he looks very, very good here on the opening lap, and he's still got 9 laps to working. Speaking of working, he works around the outside of the 9 car of Cody Terry. Now ducks it down to the inside into turn number 3. Trying to pick up the runner-up position as Donald Schmorfeld got some company. Szynski up to position number 3 at the start-finish line. Boy, he looks real good right now in the Black Diamond Motorsports. The man that finished runner-up in the 360 Knoxville Nationals last Thursday night. He's got himself up into position number 2, Brett Strickler. He's only been able to move forward just 1 position so far. But it is Alex Szynski from that 4th row. Jones trying to throw the move there. Here comes Nygaard to the outside of Jones. Strickler's there. Remember, top 4 will lock into the prelim main event. Everybody else will go through to the B and C main. Keeping an eye on that gap between Andrew May and Alex Szynski. 3/10 of a second. Oh, Bruce Jones, look out. He got all sorts of crossed up on the back straightaway off turn 2. Strickler will go to the outside. Move Strickler up to position number 6. And now coming after Cody Terry down into turn number 1. Jones tries to throw the slider. Oh, Strickler nowhere to go. Oh, Bruce Jones making contact there. Strickler literally nowhere to go. Cody Terry upside down. Let's take a look at the instant replay. Bruce Jones on the 17 just didn't get clear. And the right rear right up into the left front of Cody Terry. And unfortunately, Cody Terry will stay on his side. He'll have to call the tow, which means heat race number 3 will be done. And you can almost see that one happening from a mile away. And Brett Strickler again, he had nowhere to go, so he's going to be back there in position number 12. But what that does now with 3/10 of a second lead, with 6 down, 4 to go, we see Alex Szynski right up on the tail tank of that High Performance Lubricants number 31 car of Andrew May. And how does he approach the final 4 laps? Winner of heat race number 3. Who will it be? Andrew May, Alex Szynski. It's certainly looking like one of those 2 drivers will collect 100 points for heat racing action. So only time will tell. The field again stays in line behind the iRacing.com safety car. Oh, nothing like a good drink. So here we go. We are lined up, single file. Heat race number 3. Final heat of night number 1 of the 6th annual Natural Carbon Company Dirty Old Bastards 410 Knoxville Nationals. 4 nights of straight racing here, and what is complete, and what will be a complete 10 nights of straight racing. Might even be 11 in fact, but here we go. Green flag is out. Oh boy, what went on there with that from Jason Nygaard, 4th on back. Not sure what he was doing. Man, he literally got caught sleeping at that one. Main finds himself under pressure right now from Rick Boggs as Kenny Hoffman tried to move forward in this one as well. Boggs will slide up in front of Main. Main turns it back underneath him off turn 2 down the back straight away. Battle on screen happening for that 5th and 6th position on the racetrack as Jason Nygaard now coming after Donald Schmorfeld in the 7 machine. So Schmorfeld back to the bubble position to transfer into tonight's main event. Meanwhile, Szynski still trying to run down your race leader. But here comes Rick Main, boy. He is really closing in on 3rd and 4th position cars of Nygaard and Schmorfeld. But the white flag is out. 1 lap left to run, and Andrew May, boy, I tell you what, from the restart, he is driven away from Alex Szynski as they work down into corner number 3. Off for corner number 4. Checkered flag is out. Andrew May will get the win. 2nd will go to Alex Szynski. 3rd at the line is going to be Jason Nygaard. Robert Boggs home in 4th. And boy, there was calamity there off turn number 4 there on the final lap. But we get ready to take a look at your results coming up on screen. There it is as it stands. In fact, let's Let's wait for the server to roll over because it looks like Donald Schmorfeld was being penalised there. And he is going to get penalised. So top 4, Andrew May, Alex Zazinski, Jason Nygaard, and Robert Boggs. Hoffman will come home 5th. West, Miller, Jones, Main, Schmorfeld back to 10th. 11th to Strickler, Cody Terry in 12th. C-Main competition. We'll take a look at your starting grid. 12 laps, top 4. And then 14 laps for the B-Main. So here it is. C-Main cars will make their way onto the racetrack. Bruce Jones will start on pole. Tyler Luce will start from position number 2. Position number 3, it's going to be Tim Nichols. From position number 4, it's Rick Main. From position number 5, it's Ernie Williams Jr. From 6 will be Jonathan Lowe. From position number 7, Donald Schmorfeld. From position number 8, Ryan Field. From position number 9, the 35, Miles Jansen. From 10, the 38, to Brett Strickler. The 00 of Justin Sherman. From 11th, the 01 of Kyle Stoltz. From 12th, from 13th, the 9 of Cody Terry. From 14th, the 90 of Trevor Royer. And from 15th, the 2 of Matthew Crow-Key. Boy, you look at a couple of names in this one. Bruce Jones, Ernie Williams Jr., Jonathan Lowe, Brett Strickler, Kyle Stoltz, Trevor Royer, Matthew Crow-Key. They are in your C-Main preliminary night. And guys you would have thought and expected to be inside the top 10 in the main event, now finding themselves having to run the potential alphabet soup here tonight. And you figure that if they don't win, if you don't make it into the prelim night for the likes of Ernie Williams Jr., Brett Strickler, Trevor Royer, those guys were very quick when it comes to qualifying. They were inside the top 10 or inside the top 12 anyway. If they don't make it into the main event, they will basically have to run either the mid-pack of the B-Main come Thursday night championship night, or even maybe towards the back or even the front of a C-Main. Well, let's find out. Top 4 going to go through. 12 laps on the board. Top 4 to the back of the B-Main for preliminary night. Night number 1. Bruce Jones off turn number 4. We are green. And that inside row got an absolute blinder of a start. The outside row, well, that was a little bit slow. Main loose side by side for the 4th and final transfer position. Couple of good buddies going side by side for the runner-up spot. Tim Nichols and Ernie Williams Jr. as they work their way down the front straightaway. Lap number 1 will belong to Bruce Jones. Tyler Luce got some problems there through the middle of 1 and 2. Gets it sorted out. Here comes Rick Main, going to try and keep an eye on Trevor Royer in the 90 machine, trying to work his way through the field. And no, we're not going to, because poor old Trevor Royer is upside down. Boy, what a week. What a week it can be. And again, just nowhere to go for Trevor Royer. Up on his side, you can see the left front was not all that tappy. And unfortunately, right there for Trevor Royer, he is out of the C-Main. So that makes his night. And in fact, it might even be a hard knocks night come Wednesday night. And I mean, that could be... that could be pretty good there for Trevor Royer, because as long as he can finish in the top 4 of the prelim main event, he'll lock himself directly into the show from either the 21st or 24th starting position. And then over the course of 50 laps, as long as you got yourself at a chance to win, you've got to be in the show. So Trevor Royer out of your C-Main here on night number 1 of the 6th annual Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals here at the Knoxville Raceway. Night number 2 tomorrow night. Wednesday night, Hard Knocks night. And then Thursday night is Championship night. Who will be crowned the 6th annual winner and champion of the Natural Carbon Company Dirty Old Bastards 410 Knoxville Nationals? Only time will tell. Thank you, each and every one of you, for tuning in here to Ultimate Dirt TV live across the social media pages. Again, we appreciate the support. Lights are out on the safety car. 2 down, 10 to run. Your C-Main preliminary night, night number 1. 12 laps, top 4. And the lights are out. Here we go, Bruce Jones leading us off, turn number 4. And we're back under green flag conditions here at the Knoxville Raceway. Williams fighting himself into the runner-up position as Tim Nichols. And boy, I tell you what, Tim Nichols, boy, he's really trying to put the work and trying to work over Ernie Williams Jr. And we are yellow once again here to freeze the lap counter on lap number 3. So we freeze the order. Matthew Croquet in the pits. Let's see what happened to Matthew. Oh, he had nowhere to go. So watching down the back straight away. Oh, Sherman gets into the back of Lowe. Croquet involved. Schmorfeld involved. Jonathan Lowe involved. And of course missing that top wing. And hell of a wheel stand, Jonathan. Hell of a wheel stand. Now, of course, for drivers on the racetrack, the ruling is from race control that, yes, because we run 410 wing sprint cars, you are required to have a wing on the top of your car. If you do not have the top wing on your car, well, you'll be asked to park it, go in the pits and park it up for the remainder of the race. And, of course, being in the C main at the moment means your prelim night is done. And then becomes hard knocks night for some of these drivers. Again, hard knocks night. Well, it could be a good thing for the top 4 to at least lock into the 24 car field from 21st to positions number 24, so 21, 22, 23, and 24. Of course, top 16 will lock in points. 17, 18, 19, and 20th will come from the B main on championship night. Alphabet Soup, a field of, well, looking at hopefully around 60, 70 drivers. Here we go, getting ready to come back green. Bruce Jones, Tim Nichols, Ernie Williams Jr. And Rick Mayne, that's your top 4. Tyler Luce now got Brett Strickler rolling the inside of the racetrack down through 1 and 2. Luce has got the run down the back straight away. Jansen finds himself on the outside looking in back into position number 7. Meanwhile, they complete what will be lap number 4. 8 laps left to run here at the Knoxville Raceway. Ernie Williams Jr. has found himself into the runner-up position right now and trying to track down the 17 of Bruce Jones. Half a second right now for Bruce Jones, your race leader from Ernie Williams Jr. Watching Tim Nichols in that 310 machine. Then you go back to the 187 car of Rick Mayne. He has got about half a second back to Brett Strickler. And Strickler will look to close in right now. Halfway home, cross flag sticks around from Barney. The R-Racing flagman says 6 down, 6 to run as we work down the back straightaway. Strickler needs to find a little bit more speed right now to catch up to the back of the 187 machine of Rick Mayne. Rick Mayne now going to dive down to the inside there on Nichols into turn number 1. Off for turn number 2. Who's going to have it? Mayne sticks it to the middle of the racetrack. Mayne is going to move to position number 3. But here comes Nichols. Back at Mayne down into turn number 3. And now Brett Strickler closing in on 3rd and 4th position. Strickler down to the inside, down into 1 and 2. He'll slide up in front of Nichols. Nichols will turn it back underneath. This is your battle for the final transfer spot in tonight's C main. Sherman closing in as well. Sherman looks to make this a 3-car battle for that final transfer position. 3 laps left to run. Strickler once again slides up in front of Nichols. Here comes Sherman to the outside of Nichols. Sherman stays top shelf down into turn 3. Now cuts it underneath. Hard left-hand turn off turn number 4. Sherman finding himself in the 6th position. Got 2 laps left to run. Trying to tub the outside of Nichols. But no, they make a little contact. He'll now fall back a spot as Miles Jansen goes on by. Meanwhile, white flag is out. 1 lap left to run for your race leader of Bruce Jones. Ernie Williams Jr. all over the back of him down through turn number 1 and 2. Oh, Jones getting a little crossed up there, going down into turn number 3. Who's going to have it? Williams comes back underneath him. Jones to the outside. Williams to the inside. I think Ernie Williams Jr. has stolen this one. Oh, your C-Main comes to a close. Boy, what a finish. Bruce Jones, Ernie Williams Jr. Who will get the win in the C-Main? Well, you'll have to wait and find out because the results will come up on screen. As we wait for those official results, it is going to be your winner in the C-Main, Ernie Williams Jr., 0.010 of a second over Bruce Jones. Rick Main will come home third, Brett Strickler in fourth, and those 4 drivers continue on their alphabet soup run here tonight from Knoxville. For 5th on back, well, we say goodbye. We'll see those guys on Hard Knocks night come Wednesday night as your B-Main cars getting ready to take to the racetrack. 15 cars, 14 laps, top 12 will go through to the back of the main event. Gary Offit and Terrell Wheeler will make up the front row from positions number 1 and 2. Second row from 3 and 4 will be Kenny Hoffman. Inside, outside will be Larry Moody from 4. From 5th it'll be Bradley Wilson. From 6 will be Coulter West. From 7th is going to be Dean Reynolds. From 8th it'll be David Smeal Jr. From 9th, it is Austin Miller. From 10, it's Blaine Brink. From 11th, it's Brian Moore Sr. From 12th, your C-Main winner, Ernie Williams Jr. From 13th, it's Bruce Jones. From 14th, it is Rick Main. And from 15th, he went third quickest here tonight, it is Brett Strickler. So as the field makes their way down the back straightaway behind the iRacing.com pace truck, they are on the 2 to green signal right now. So Offit and Wheeler on the front row. So 14 laps is the distance. And we will have the top 12 going through to the back of the main event course. So the winner will start 13th. And the 12th spot will start position number 24. We already locked in 12 drivers from the 3 heat races. So here we are, heat races are done. Your C-Main is done, and your B-Main is now underway. Gary Offit leads us off turn 4. Who are going to be the top 12 to lock themselves in? Who will be the 3 drivers to miss out on the prelim main event as they work down into turns 3 and 4? Hoffman just rolling the inside of the racetrack. Blaine Brink coming through in the 21. Hoffman will lead the opening lap. Coulter West, Larry Moody all run the low side through 1 and 2. Wilson cuts it back through the middle now as he looks to the inside. Blaine Brink into the back of Wilson into turns 3. We go yellow. Safety car will come on. Brian Moore Sr. in the 55. Oh, big ride for the 55. Look at this 4 wide. Hello. Moore just comes up there and unfortunately gets into the side. And big ride there for Brian Moore Sr. The 187 car of Rick Main also problems. So it looks like you'll see Main back in the pits. Brian Moore Sr. back in the pits as well. But it looks like he might be trying to come back out. He is trying to come back out. And which means we're still going to be left with 14 cars on the racetrack. So again, we stay behind the safety car. Just getting a few things sorted. So again, don't forget to hit the like and follow button on the social media pages on Ultimate Dirt TV, live across Facebook, YouTube and Twitch. And of course, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the thumbs up on the YouTube video. Again, all free to watch here. As we continue on with what is night number 1 of the 6th annual Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals Prelim. Night number 1, night 2 tomorrow night. I'll come back for Hard Knocks night on Wednesday night, and then of course Championship night. Myself, Chaos Stolfus from Turn 3 Racing Network. He looked after the Capitani Classic last night, did a wonderful job. Here we go, 14 cars. 12 laps left to run in your B main. As boy, here we go. Here comes Wilson. Caught the West. Gary Offord getting shuffled back. Has caught the West now. Trying to slide up in front of Bradley Wilson. But Wilson sweeps back around the outside. Move Bradley Wilson back to the 3rd spot. Blink trying to come after Larry Moody on the outside. Moody running right through the bottom of the racetrack. David Smil Jr. Here comes Brett Strickler. Ernie Williams Jr. Those drivers trying to run the soup. Trying to continue on and get some points to salvage what was a good night to start off with, but then heat races, well, it turned to you-know-what. Offit getting passed by the 38 car. Strickland now, Ernie Williams Jr. in the 91. So still 14 cars on the racetrack with 12 of them going through to the prelim main event. As now Strickler once again to the inside through 1 and 2. Here comes Ernie Williams Jr. with a huge run off turn number 2 and move Jr. Ernie Williams Jr. move him up to what is position number 8 as Strickler fights back on the inside, and Larry Moody. Boy, we know these drivers. If you don't know, these drivers have got no mirrors. And now Larry Moody, well, he's just been chewed up and spat out by Ernie Williams Jr. and Brett Strickler. They switch either side. They went inside and outside. And now Williams comes after David Smil Jr. Williams looking for a better starting spot in tonight's prelim main events. Strickler work on the top shelf. Meanwhile, Terrell Wheeler, Bradley Wilson, and Blaine Brink. Wilson to the outside on Wheeler. Wheeler right through the middle of the racetrack into 1 and 2. Blink around the outside. Terrell Wheeler, you need to get upstairs. Smil now trying to come after Wheeler for the 5th spot. Blaine Brink into the wall. Wheeler will turn it back underneath and they race off for turn 4 and down the front straightaway. 9 down, 5 to run. Wheeler will slide up in front of Brink. Brink turns it back underneath him. Boy, these drivers, yes, they are close. David Smil, Ernie Williams Jr. and Brett Strickland, they are all there. Ernie Williams Jr. getting 2 for the price of 1, down through 3 and 4. He rolled right through the middle of the racetrack. He'll slide up in front of Brink. Brink turns it underneath him off turn number 2. Not clear just yet. Will Williams really go the cutback line? Yeah, he's going to try and do it. He will do it. Oh, look out. Brink got a little crossed up there. And here comes David Smil Jr. after Blaine Brink. Williams has found his way to position number 4. Trying to better that starting spot in the prelim main event here. In about 5 to 10 minutes time, we've just got to get through your final last chance qualifier, your B main. 2 to go. Kenny Hoffman leads by half a second over Coulter West, and Coulter West closing in right now down the back straightaway. Could we have a finish like we've seen in the C main? Well, separated by 10 1,000ths of a second. The white flag is out, and it is 3/10 of a second. All that separates Kenny Hoffman and Coulter West. Coulter West, he's got a huge run off turn number 1 and 2. Backstretch for the final time, your last chance qualifier. It is going to be Kenny Hoffman off turn number 4. He will get the win in your B main. Second, I got a Coulter West, Bradley Wilson. Third, Ernie Williams Jr. Fourth, Blaine Brink will round out the top 5. And the top 12, ladies and gentlemen, will find themselves locked into tonight's main event. And let's take a look at those top 12 drivers. We know that Kenny Hoffman gets the win. Coulter West, Bradley Wilson, Ernie Williams Jr., Blaine Brink, your top 5. David Smil Jr., Brent Strickler, home in 6th and 7th. 8th is going to be Terrell Wheeler. Larry Moody in 9th. 10th is going to go to Bruce Jones. And the final 2 transfer positions will be Austin Miller in 11th and Dean Reynolds in the King Race Designs. Number 79 machine will grab 12th. For the likes of Gary Offit, Brian Moore Sr. and Rick Main, well, unfortunately, we say goodbye to those drivers. As we get ready right now We're going to take a quick break here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Come back in just a few moments' time for the main event, the 6th annual running of the Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals, night number 1 here at the Knoxville Raceway. And we are back here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Main event time, and let's go and take a look at your starting lineup. From the pole position will be Aiden Beerline. To the outside of the front row, Braden Either from position number 2. From position number 3 will be Andrew May. From position number 4, it's Carter Chevalier. From position number 5, it's Chad Griggs. From position number 6, Alex Sosinski. From position number 7, it's Vinny Sansone. From 8, it's Tyler Shell. From 9, it's Jason Nygaard. From 10th, it's Bradley Cox. From 11th, it's Greg LeMay. From 12th, it's Robert Boggs. From 13th, you'll be main winner of Kenny Hoffman. From 14, it's Coulter West. From 15th, it's Bradley Wilson. From 16th, Ernie Williams Jr. From 17th, it's Blaine Brink. From 18th, it's David Smeal Jr. From 19th, it's Brett Strickler. From 20th, it is Terrell Wheeler. From 21st, Larry Moody. From 22nd, Bruce Jones. And your final row from 23rd, Austin Miller. And the final car in position number 24 in that King Race Designs car, that is Dean Reynolds. And our field is set, ladies and gentlemen. 24 starters, 25 laps on the board here at the Knoxville Raceway. They get the 1 green signal right now from race control. So work through turn number 1 and 2. In the corner number 3 and 4, ladies and gentlemen, the 6th annual Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals here at the Knoxville Raceway. Prelim night number 1. Safety car is in. Let's go racing. We're live for 25 here at the Knoxville Raceway. Aiden Beerline. Good launch. We'll go straight to the top side down into turn number 1 and 2. Braden Isle are going to quickly follow in, shoot as they work down the back straight away. Sosinski trying to come after Chevalier down into turns 3 and 4. Sosinski rolls the bottom. Lap number 1 is in the book. Chevalier back to 5th as now he goes to the inside. Oh, Griggs and Sansone both had to check up. Now Sosinski goes side by side there with Andrew May down into turn number 3. May to the top shelf, Shell to the top shelf as well. Boy, Carter Chevalier, that car does not look very happy right now here in the opening couple of laps. Meanwhile, the opening couple of laps belong to the 13A car of Aiden Beerline. Nygaard trying to come after Chevalier down into 3 and 4 is Tyler Shell. He now rolls the bottom side trying to get past Andrew May. He will do so. He will move up to position number 4 there to complete what is the 3rd lap. Shell now looking at the back of the 23 car of Alex Sosinski. Sansone trying to move forward. Finding himself back in what is the 9th position as Chad Griggs now looks to the inside, and here comes Coulter West. They go 3 wide down the back straight away. Griggs to the inside. Sansone now forced to go to the middle. 3 wide as Coulter West now sends it upstairs. Sansone trying to force the issue. 3 wide, almost 4 wide through turn number 1 and 2 if you don't mind. Sansone just starting to slip back just a little bit as Chad Griggs starts to find a rhythm there on the bottom side. West and Nygaard, they come in contact. As Bradley Cox holds on to a top 5 position at the moment, as Tyler Shell still trying to run down third place driver of Alex Szynski. Szynski's got 8/10 of a second, nearly 9/10 of a second, back to the runner-up driver of Braden Isla. And again, Isla, he's 1 second away from Aiden Beerline, your race leader. Here comes Nygaard to the top shelf once again. Here comes Kenny Hoffman with a run on the outside of Brett Strickler. Now Strickler and then Greg LeMay through the middle of the racetrack. But Kenny Hoffman, boy, he looks very quick up there. He had to check up because Jason Nygaard was all sorts of crossed up and got all sorts of time. Nygaard back to the top of the racetrack. The wing getting pulled back there on that number 22 machine. Kenny Hoffman now having to find a way by the 22. Now he goes to the middle of the racetrack to the outside on Strickland. 3 wide down the front straight once again. Oh my. What a chaotic 9 laps this has been. We'll make it 10 laps for Aiden Beerline as he makes his way down the front straightaway. Oh, problems for Griggs. Greg LeMay into the wall. Williams has to check up. We stay green. Hoffman, after winning the B-Main, he's found himself inside the top 10. Has Vinny Sansone, Carter Chevalier, they go side by side. Sansone through the middle, and through the middle right now is looking like it's the place to be. We watched that Apex Victory Fuel car number 1 machine of Kenny Hoffman. Jason Nygaard stuffs it into the fence. He backed it up, and it was only a matter of time. The car did not look very comfortable. Oh, he caught the inside berm and then backed it up into the guardrail up on the top of the racetrack, and nowhere to go for the drivers coming through. Ernie Williams Jr. very lucky to miss him. Robert Boggs involved. Blaine Brink involved in that one as well. Larry Moody in the 73 also involved, but boy, we see that 22 car coming down pit road. But is that a timely caution that the 5 car of Braden Isla needs? Well, again, only time will tell. Aiden Beerline, he is now what is going to be 13 laps away. So once we go back green, once they get to the back straightaway, it is the midway point of this 25-lap feature event. And of course, he is what is going to be 13 laps away from the perfect night and the start on pole of your Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals, presented by Dirty Old Bastards, come Thursday evening in what will be a 50-lap A main event. Seen 55 laps just a couple of nights ago at the Federated Auto Parts at I-55 Raceway down in Beverly, Missouri. In a totally different racetrack to the Knoxville Raceway. It's a lot longer than Knoxville Raceway than what I-55 is. And tyre wear was certainly a factor in that race. But how will 50 laps around Knoxville go? All right, here we go. Safety car is about to turn in. The lights are off. Larry Moody back in the pits. 23 cars still circulating on the racetrack. In fact, Jason Nygaard back in the pits as well, so make that 22 cars. Aiden Beerline gets to the start zone. He waits and waits and waits. Everybody trying to time that restart and when he's going to go. Beerline and Isla, well, boy, didn't they get the jump on the rest of the field. Tyler Shell now moves to the inside. Braden Knowledge up the cushion, and now he's going to lose runner-up spot. He may even lose a podium position, as now here comes Szynski and Bradley Cox working to the top of the racetrack. Top 3 all run the bottom. 4th and 5th run the top. 5th and 6th. Oh, no, Isla up into the left front there on the 23 and Braden Isla. He's now going to go back to the tail end of the field. Problems for the 5 machine. 11 to run at the start-finish line. Sansone to the inside on May as they work off turn number 4. Here comes Szynski as well. Back to the top shelf down into turn number 1 and 2. Looking to go for the daily double around the outside. 3 wide. He's got it. Szynski with a run. After a good, solid second-place finish in the Knoxville Nationals 360s just last week, he's continuing on this run here at the Knoxville Raceway in the 410s. Bradley Cox has got 3rd position right now, but Szynski the right rear. Boy, here comes Kenny Hoffman. He's up to position number 6. Things starting to play out for the number 1 machine of Kenny Hoffman. as he now tries to come after a top 5 and trying to get by Vinny Sansone, who just continues to roll to the bottom. Slides it to the middle of the racetrack, bogs the slower lap car, staying to the inside. Again, trying to stay out of harm's way, trying to do the right thing. Meanwhile, here comes Cox to the outside on Shell. Bradley Cox, here he comes. And the 45 machine has got this thing glued to the top shelf through 1 and 2. 7 and a bit laps remaining for Aiden Beerline as we are yellow. Oh no, Alex Zazinski in the 23. What has gone wrong? What has he done? Oh, he got into the wall and jumped the cushion. Hoffman had nowhere to go. And Alex Zazinski, catches only Williams Jr. there, his teammate. Zazinski was just stopped. And he's going to bring that Black Diamond Motorsports totally tinted Velocity Race Designs back in the pits. So now with that happening, Hayden Beerline, who has got a fast finishing 45 of Bradley Cox. Boy, this is really going to get interesting. This is really going to get interesting here in the last 7 laps. So again, Beerline just rolling the inside of the racetrack at the moment. Still plenty of racing here from the Knoxville Raceway this week. So Beerline, Cox and Shell, your top 3. Lights are out. Does Cox have enough in the tank to get the job done? Does Beerline? Has he got enough to survive this late race onslaught from the 45? Well, we'll have to wait and find out. Beerline, he was good there on the restart, there on the launch. But have a look at Tyler Shell go from 3rd. Almost challenged for 1st there through 1 and 2. Now Shell going to come after Aiden Beerline down into 3 and 4. Cox runs the cutback line as they work off turn number 4. Tyler Shell has got 2nd at the line. And now he sets his sights on the tail tank of the 13, trying to spoil the perfect night for Aiden Beerline. Just as they work down into turn number 3, we go yellow. Again, they just try and cool the tyres down. Trying to cool the tyres down. Go away, Johnson. Go away. You mean vote a no phone service? Yeah. I feel your pain there, Johnson. So 5 laps left to run. What will be 20 completed for night number 1 of the 6th annual Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals Prelim at night number 1. Tomorrow night, night number 2, and of course, don't forget, we're not going to be here for that one, but Hard Knocks night coming back on Wednesday evening, Thursday for us Australians, and then Thursday night championship night. Myself, KR Stolfus, with Ultimate Dirt TV and Turn 3 Racing Network doing double duties, double broadcast. So make sure you check out Turn 3 Racing Network on social media, on the YouTube page. And again, we continue on with what has been... It was 10 straight nights of racing. And I've done 6 out of the last 7 nights. Of course, just missing last night's Capitani Classic. I'll miss night number 2 tomorrow night. So I'll do 8 of the 10 nights. And I really cannot express my gratitude to Dirty Old Bastards and Natural Carbon Company for allowing me to come back and cover this prestigious event. Lights do go out. Beeline with what will be 5 to run. Beeline, Shell, Cox, Sansone, Griggs. That is your top 5. May, LeMay, Jones, Chevalier, and Strictly a top 10. Lights to go out. He'll drive it from the top, and he'll come back to the middle of turn 4. He puts the foot down, the wing tongue back, and Aidan Beeline says, let's go back live for the last 5 as Tyler Shell dies down to the inside, down through 1 and 2. Beeline's got it by 0.2 of a second down the back straight away. Bradley Cox, what can he muster up here in the final 4 1/4 laps? Shell again, we still watch the number 1 machine trying to close in on the back of the 13. Here he comes, he looks good through 1 and 2. Cox is right there with him as well. Top 3 are nose to tail. Here goes Tyler Shell, slide jump for the race lead. Shell from the bottom to the top. Beeline from the top to the bottom. Who's going to have it at the line? Beeline has got it with 3 to run. Now Beeline tries to stay low. The left front catches the inside berm. Shell nearly jumps the cushion off turn number 2. Tyler Shell has got the race lead. Beeline going to move up in front of Bradley Cox, and now Cox all over the back of Beeline, looks to go to the inside. They race off turn 4. 2 laps left to run for Tyler Shell. Again, trying to play the spoiler here in night number 1 for the perfect night for Aidan Beeline. Cox jumps the cushion. He gets into the wall. Take himself out of the running of the top 2, I should say. White flag is out, 1 lap left to go, boy. We are set for a grandstand finish. No, we're not. No, we're not. The yellow will come out. The yellow will come out, which means the green-white checker, and we were set for the grandstand finish. Who do we blame for that one? Boy, you've just cost us probably one of the best finishes you will see. But now, Tyler Shell, you would think, and I say you would think, because there's no guarantee just yet. Look at these 2 drivers. They've done it in the World Championship iRacing Series for the 410 Wing Sprint Cars in the World of Outlaws World Championships here on iRacing. And you just know when it comes to the big races, you can always expect these guys to turn up, show up, and be very competitive towards the front of the field. Again, you just look at last week's 360 Knoxville Nationals where Aidan Beeline was able to dominate that main event. But again, as this field just idles around the Knoxville Raceway, this field just pacing at the moment. And what goes through your mind, knowing that you're only a mile away from a good finish and a good starting spot come Thursday night's championship night. Lights are out, and it is Tyler Shell, Aidan Beeline, Bradley Cox. We've seen Vinny Sansone. He was in the top 10 for the most part of the night. Now he restarts in 4th. Chad Griggs in 5th position. Just have a look at some big movers through this field. Bruce Jones plus 16. I mean, Tyler Shell, he's gone plus 7 as well, so he's been the 5th biggest mover through the field. But here we go. Green-white checker is out. We're underway back in the main event. And your top 3 again go straight to the cushion through turn number 1 and 2. Shell, he's got 2, almost 0.3 of a second, but that gap is starting to close in down into turns 3 and off for turn number 4. White flag is at the line. We now race it out to the start-finish line, and Shell has now got 0.3 of a second past the National Sprint Car Hall of Fame and Museum down the back straightaway for the final time. Here comes Beeline diving down to the inside. Night number 1 of the Natural Carbon Company. 410 Knoxville Nationals prelim main event goes to Tyler Shell. Tyler Shell will grab the win over Aidan Beeline in 2nd, Bradley Cox in 3rd. And of course, we will chat to your top three momentarily. Wait for them to get out of the cockpits of the race cars. But your official results coming up here on Ultimate Dirt TV. Tyler Schell will take out Prelim night number 1. Aidan Beerline will come home second. Bradley Cox third. We'll chat to those three drivers in a moment. Vinny Sansone home in fourth. Fifth, there's going to be Chad Griggs. Bruce Jones home in sixth. Greg LeMay in seventh. Carter Chevalier eighth. Andrew May ninth. Bradley Wilson rounds out the top 10. Coulter West home in 11th. Brett Strickler from the C-Main up to position number 12. Austin Miller 13th. David Smil Jr. 14th. Dean Reynolds from 15th. Terrell Wheeler in 16th. 17th is Blaine Brink. Robert Boggs 18th. Ernie Williams Jr. also from the C-Main in 19th. Alex Zazinski 20th. Kenny Hoffman 21st. Braden Isler 22nd. Jason Nygaard 23rd. And Larry Moody in position number 24. Night number 1 is complete. We'll take a quick little replay here as we get ready for your top 3. And well, let's go from third place here tonight, driving car number 45. It is Bradley Cox. Brad, congratulations on the third place finish. And boy, I got to say, late in that race, you had a chance at Aidan Beerline, but the yellow comes out and well, you fall back to third. But hey, not a bad way to start night number 1 of the 6th annual Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals.
Yeah, thank you. Car felt really awesome there. Thought I could have had maybe a second or so, but made some good ground up, and I'll take a top 3 from a 10th. But yeah.
Mate, what do you learn from tonight and sort of get ready to watch as the next couple of nights? Of course, tomorrow we've got night number 2, then we've got Hard Knocks night. So you've got a couple of nights off before you come back on Thursday night. What do you learn from tonight and sort of prepare yourself for that championship night?
Yeah, I'll just be watching tomorrow's race and just watch the replay of this race, see what I could do better to get faster. But yeah, I just can't thank all my sponsors enough. Redline Performance Roofing, Insane Graphics, Athletic Performance, CP Pistons, Joe Bellum with BST Promotions, and all my supporters, all my fans, and Tyler Lucy for spotting me tonight.
Bradley, well done on third place. We'll see you back championship night on Thursday night, mate. We'll see you back then.
All right, thank you. Thank you for broadcasting.
Bradley Cox home in third place. Home in second place tonight, and boy, he was one spot shy of the perfect night, but driving the 13A machine, that is Aidan Beerline. Aidan, well, second place. You were this close to a perfect night, but that bugger rolled up number 1 car got you. But I'll tell you what, 498 points out of a possible 500. That's not a bad way to kick off not a bad way to kick off the Knoxville Nationals.
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I feel like almost if this was a longer race, we would have had something. Just, constant caution screwed me, just like last night. But it is what it is, and we'll get them back for Thursday. We have a couple things up our sleeve for a 50 lap race, and we should be good.
Now you moved all over the racetrack, bottom, top. You went to the slider line, cut back line. Even in qualifying, you cut back line to go quick time. You really were able to put this 13A car wherever you wanted on the racetrack and be faster. I want to get your thoughts very quickly without trying to sort of rub the salt into the wound here, but just as you guys were coming to the one to go before that last yellow came out, you were coming in there at a rate of knots, and I mean, it was going to be a grandstand finish. What was going through your mind there when the yellow came out?
Just to get a good start and hope I saved my tires better than everyone else, but we didn't. I think Shell definitely had a little bit better tire than I did. Just once you kill your tires, there's really nothing you can do. But yeah, I mean, I was kind of hoping a cut down line would have worked, and we actually got momentum in 3 and 4, but just the exits are so slow off of 4, couldn't do anything coming to the checkered.
Mate, what do you do over the next couple of nights now that you've got a couple of nights off? You're basically going to be, other than someone putting the perfect night together tomorrow night, you're pretty much guaranteed yourself to start on the front row of this 50-lap main event later on in the week. What do you do over the next couple of nights to make sure you are there at the end of the 50-lap race come Thursday?
Yeah, well, I myself have tested a good amount already, so kind of have everything ready, but might run like 50 laps just to make sure everything's right. And yeah, I mean, we should be good for a 50 lapper. It's just these 25 laps are like 5 laps too long for me and 5 laps too short for me. So we should be good if it's any other lap combination.
Aidan, congratulations on the runner-up finish here tonight. We look forward to having you back on Thursday night for championship night of the 6th annual Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals. Aidan, before we let you go, of course, a lot of sponsors on this car, a lot of great people, a lot of wonderful supporters for you and the 13A machine, and everybody. An opportunity now to thank everybody involved.
Oh, yeah, for sure. First off, I'd like to thank Jesus Christ for always supporting me. My mom for always supporting me. Watches all the races I've been in. I've done like thousands of races, and I think she's only missed maybe 2, and that's Australian ones that I didn't wake her up for. But also got to thank Team ABR Setup Shop, Reflection Chemistry, Stream House Buyers, and Christopher on Amazing League. It was fun tonight. Great racing, of course, and y'all for an amazing broadcast.
Hayden, well done on second place here tonight. We look forward to having you back on Thursday night championship night.
Yeah, thank you.
There we go. Aiden Beerline, your runner-up here tonight. Prelim night number 1 of the Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals. Now we chat to the man that comes home with the win, and well, he had to do it from the 4th row, but it is the number 1 car of Tyler Shell. Tyler, congratulations on the victory. It's only a prelim, but it doesn't matter. You just gained yourself an extra 200 points as come championship Thursday night. That's going to be the one you want to win.
Yeah, for sure. That's just a confidence booster. I haven't been able to race too much with just life in general, just working and just how life's been. So to get on the sim and be able to win the prelim from 8th, that's definitely the momentum has shifted for sure. Because I felt like I've definitely not as good as I used to be, and have been trying to close that gap to the top people. So Nathan's definitely the best right now at Knoxville, so that was definitely cool to get around him.
And this track was very tricky, very technical all night. You know, with running the slider line, running cutback line, cushion, the bottom. You really had to work all over this racetrack to get to the front and then to get to the race lead. But, you know, to hold on a final green-white checker, man, I tell you, you must have been thankful. I mean, were you thankful there that last yellow came out? Because just as you guys were about to go into 1 there on the white flag lap, the yellow comes out. Aiden was coming with a rate of knots.
Yeah, I didn't know if I wanted that caution or not. Anymore with the new tires and stuff, seems like a caution comes out late, anything can happen. So sometimes you want that caution, sometimes you don't. I think in hindsight, I wanted the caution because I didn't really hear him at all after the restart. So looks like the momentum shifted for me there, and that was good.
Of course, previously, running mirrors on, with leagues and iRacing in general, these dirty old bastard events, running no mirrors, do you think, me or you personally, is that a good thing for you? Is that a bad thing? I mean, your take on the whole no mirror situation?
The no mirrors is definitely a lot better at, you definitely can, I guess, like on a slide job and stuff with the mirrors, people know you're going to slide them so they can cut under it. It's not really a surprise. With the no mirrors, they can might force them into a mistake trying to cut under it, especially with the new tires. It's so easy to spin them. So I think the no mirrors is definitely better. If you're racing around the right people, no mirrors is way better because you can. It adds that little bit of aspect that people can't take your line without guessing.
Well, Tyler, congratulations on the victory here at the Knoxville Raceway, the 6th Annual Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company Prelim night number 1 for the 410 Knoxville Nationals. Tyler, you get the win. A lot of good sponsors, a lot of great people behind the scenes that support this number 1 machine, and now we'll give you an opportunity to thank everybody involved that helped make this possible for you.
Yeah, just like to thank all the sponsors and Chris and all the admins for putting this on. You and KR for sitting through 10 days of the DOB fall nationals, whatever you want to call it, fall special events. It's been a pleasure to be able to race a couple of them, and just like to thank I was up SimSport and my sponsors, Boylan Tires, Jess Logistics, Catch Fence Apparel, and Trevor with M9 for building badass setups.
Tyler, well done on the win, and we'll see you on Thursday night for championship night.
Yep, see you.
I didn't want to flex on him, but I just wanted to say, guys, everyone, I'm doing 8 out of the 10 nights, but not to flex or anything like that. But well done to Tyler Shell, who gets the job done here tonight in the prelim night number 1 here at the Dirty Old Bastards Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals. Night 1 is done. Night number 2 tomorrow night. Chris Roberts will bring you in just quickly. Of course, I'm not here tomorrow night. Where can we see night number 2 tomorrow night for the 6th Annual Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals?
I mean, I don't want to flex on you, but I'm here 10 out of 10 nights. So
yeah, but you have to. You're putting the events on. You've got no choice.
But yeah, we found someone to cover for you, Brett. You know, so thanks for the heads up. We're going to be on Talking Dirt TV. They've done stuff with us in the past with our big block stuff. I think they've done some 410 action with us before. So Ryan Williams with Talking Dirt TV is going to be on with us tomorrow night. And, you know, I'll naturally post that link and all that and tag them in the post that I make up tonight. But that's where we'll be tomorrow night.
Awesome, guys. So make sure you stay tuned to the Dirty Old Bastards social media pages as regards to where night number 2 will be tomorrow night, the 6th annual running of the Natural Carbon Company 410 Knoxville Nationals. Myself, I'll be back on Hard Knocks night come Wednesday night. And then, of course, Thursday night, you'll have 2 streams going for Championship night. Of course, myself on Ultimate Dirt TV, KR Stolfus with Turn 3 Racing Network. So make sure you show KR some love as well. But for now, night number 1 is done. We'll take an opportunity to thank everybody involved that made all this possible, from Dirty Old Bastards to Natural Carbon Company and the sponsors throughout the entire 10 days. It's been a wonderful week and a bit so far. We've still got 4 more nights to come. It's almost a week, but we've still got 3 more nights to come. 3 more nights left to come. So we complete a week's night of racing here tonight from Knoxville. But for myself, Brett Wheeler, I'll see you back in a couple of nights' time. But until then, on behalf of the team here at Ultimate Dirt TV and the management behind the scenes, we say farewell, good night. Congratulations to Tyler Shell, your prelim main event winner.